Cole.
And I'm Eddie, and we're going to be talking about AI today.
AI. What do you think of when you hear artificial intelligence? For most, you'd probably picture a futuristic robot that has come to destroy the human race.
However, did you know that you're actually surrounded by AIs every day? When you go on your phone to text a friend, when you use Google to search for an answer to one of Mike Mass's exam questions, or even when you see a random ad appear out of nowhere on your laptop, AIs are everywhere.
The concept of artificial intelligence may initially sound confusing, foreign, maybe even ominous to some, but we actually interact with AIs all the time. A good example of an everyday AI would be the autocorrect feature on your phone or on Microsoft. But how does autocorrect know when you've misspelled a word?
To answer that question, we have to look deeper into how AIs think. When an AI is asked a question, they answer it by comparing what they've been given to a set of data that they already know. So for our example question of, is this word spelled correctly, an AI would compare the word with a table of words that they know, and if the word in question does not appear on that table, it must be incorrect. So AIs work by comparing data that they're given to data sets that they already know. AIs can be classified into two categories: weak AIs and strong AIs. Weak AIs are what we see all the time, whether you're on YouTube being recommended videos, watching NP characters in GTA, or asking Siri to search up your favorite playlist. More formally, weak AIs are defined as non-sentient beings which are bound through certain restrictions, such as the data that is made available to them by the programmer, the specific purpose for which they were designed for, and the fact that they can only be modified or improved by an external source, i.e., us.
On the other hand, strong AIs can create their own datasets when faced with new problems. For example, if you were to make a strong AI and ask it to tell you whether a carrot was a fruit or a vegetable, it would first create a dataset filled with other fruits and vegetables. Then, by comparing the carrot with this dataset, it would see that carrots have more similarities with vegetables than with fruits, and thereby a carrot must be a vegetable. In this way, strong AIs are sentient beings that are able to self-improve upon their current knowledge and think similarly to a human.
Now, it's all well and good going through these definitions and talking about AIs in a very theoretical context. But how could a strong AI benefit us? Why bother developing a strong AI if it will just think like another human?
Even though it is true that a strong AI would think like a human, they would have the ability to think much faster than us, thus giving them the ability to solve problems a human might struggle with for years in a few minutes. An AI could also be outfitted to deal with environments dangerous to humans. If an AI needed to work on the surface of Mars, they could be outfitted with a shiny new graphite body in order to withstand the intense radiation. Meanwhile, as another AI is checking over the food stocks for the 100th time, it wouldn't be dozing off thinking of its wife back home, because another advantage to an AI is they don't get bored or tired. A strong AI could function within much harsher environments, react and think faster, and effectively accomplish more menial tasks than a human could ever dream of.
You're probably in your seat going, great, where do I sign up? But before you go full on Tony Stark and try to develop your own AI, maybe we should talk about possible
apocalyptic scenarios.
Thanks to people like Stan Lee, all hail Stan Lee,
Hail.
and James Cameron, we have a host of theories and possible futures that humanity could find itself in. Obviously, due to the number of possible scenarios involving AI, we will only cover a select few possibilities. To start, we can look at Ultron from the Marvel film Avengers: Age of Ultron, where Ultron is a strong AI created by Tony Stark and given the purpose of bringing peace to Earth. However, Ultron misinterprets his mission altogether, and instead of attaining peace by protecting humanity, he opts for attaining peace by eradicating humanity. This illustrates why we would need to be very careful on how we phrase an AI's directive, because if the AI happens to misinterpret the intention of its purpose, it could lead to rather unpleasant results.
Our next possibility is unsettling, to say the least. Unfortunately, we do not live in a world full to the brim with Bob Rosses with pet squirrels in their pockets. There are some bad people in it, and if an intelligent AI were introduced into our world in the hands of these persons, it could spell disaster for humanity as a whole. Such a scenario could mean the complete internment or enslavement of humanity by an individual or collective of individuals.
This was fun, and we hope you enjoyed watching our video. We would love to hear your opinion on whether AIs will be our future or our doom. Send your opinion to tech21@gmail.com, and in our next video, we'll go through and discuss some of these. Now, to quote Guy, played by Ryan Reynolds in the new film Free Guy, don't have a good day, have a great day!
Created using Powtoon.